All right, welcome back, students. In this video, we're going to cover Module 4, Topic 3. This is rotations, and this is going to be Part 1. You'll notice the format of the notes is a little different. This is because this is last year's format. This year's notes, anyway, the other geometry teachers and I at First Coast decided to use last year's notes and kind of with this year's stuff kind of tweak it a little bit. So anyway, looks a little different. But so rotations part 1, we're just going to talk about rotating around the origin. I'm going to do a separate video for part 2, which will talk about rotating about a point. A little more complicated than this one. And I'm also going to do a separate video that we're going to get into. We're only going to talk counterclockwise in this video. I'm going to do a separate video going over the coordinate plane, going over counterclockwise versus clockwise, and just breaking things down a little bit further than what the notes are going to do. This is going to be a pretty short and pretty basic video. So we have our standards, our benchmarks right here. The objective, the students are going to use rigid transformations to rotate figures on the coordinate plane and describe the effects of the rotations. So we'll kind of touch on this a little bit again. So we're going to have, this is going to be broken into two videos or 2 different parts, and then I'm also going to kind of go a little deeper in another video. So let's get into this. So, all right, so 90-degree counterclockwise rotation around the origin. You are going to multiply the y-coordinate by -1, and then we're going to interchange, or we're going to flip-flop x and y. And this is how they word it. So basically, x comma y, whatever point they give you, we're going to flip-flop x and y, but we're going to take the opposite or multiply the y-coordinate by -1. So I'll give us a little example over here. Let's see, just trying to get, so p and then p prime. So from here to here, so notice, the coordinate plane split into 4 coordinates. We're going clockwise, so this way to the left, 90 degrees. It puts us over here. So your x is 5 and your y is 2. So over here where it rotated, the x is -2. So the opposite, or this y coordinate, by -1, and then what was the x, the 5, goes to the back. So it looks a little better when we write it here. So it's 5 comma 2 becomes -2 comma 5. Kind of like it a little better that way. All right, so 180 degrees counterclockwise, and we'll talk about it later, but 180 is halfway across the page. So from here, left or counterclockwise, 1, 2 puts you here. If we were to go clockwise 180 degrees, 1, 2, it puts you in the same spot. So just a little something for later. But to get this, you multiply the x and y coordinates both by -1. So x comma y becomes -x comma -y. So your 5, 2 becomes -5, -2. Okay, and let's scooch down the page a little bit more. And 270 counterclockwise. So p's at the same spot, so he's at 5, 2. So 270 is 1, 2, 3. It's 90 degrees for every quadrant, and 4 quadrants make 360 degrees. So 270 puts us over here. So 5, 2. So the x gets multiplied by -1, and you interchange the x, y, or you flip-flop them. So x comma y becomes y comma -x. So 5 comma 2, without looking over here. I'm sure you guys were already seeing it, but so 2 is your y up front, and 5 becomes -5 in the back. Whoops. And there you go. So 2 comma -5. All right. let's scooch down a little. All right, parallelogram FGHJ has vertices, and they give us the coordinates. What are the coordinates of the vertices after a rotation 90 degrees about the origin? And again, we're gonna say CCW or counterclockwise because that's what we're doing for this video. So your coordinate rule for 90 degree x comma y. If we look up, x comma y was y comma negative x. I'm sorry, negative y comma x. Excuse me, negative y comma x. All right, so let's write f right here. F was 2 comma 1. So f prime would be negative 1 comma 2. Let's see if I have different colors to try to do this in. Okay. All right, let's go with G. Let's see, can you, yeah, I guess you can see that, sort of. G, 7 comma 1. So G prime. So negative 1 comma 7. Okay. We got H is at 6 comma negative 3. Oops, negative 3. So H prime. So negative 3 multiplied by negative 1 because we're taking the opposite. It's going to be positive 3, and then the 6, which was x, goes to the back. Excuse me. And lastly, J. J is at 1 comma negative 3. So J prime. So our negative 3 comes up front as positive 3, and the 1 goes to the back. So it's 3, 1. Okay. Let's see. All right, so number 2 is for you guys. So again, FGHJ, and there's your vertices. They want to know what the vertices are after a rotation 180 degrees. So I'm just going to write your coordinate rules, x comma y. So we take the negative x and we take the negative y. It's just x comma y becomes negative x comma negative y. All right, so just put your coordinates and then your new rules. Sorry about the... There we go. Okay, scooching down, bottom of the page. So we're only going to do the front page here. The back page is the part 2. And again, next video. So, and both of these, you're looking at the point. I'm going to go ahead and just do both of these because I want to talk about, for a second, about the coordinate plane, even though I'm going to do another video, and I keep repeating that. You guys can tell it's a late Friday night for me. All right, so how many degrees was figure A? So this is figure A. This is figure A. Rotated around the origin to find its figure B. Image figure B. Never mind. Sorry. Okay. So from here to here, you see that's halfway across the page. That's going to be 180 this way or 180 that way. So we're just going to go, we're going to draw an arrow. Nice arrows. Happy little accident. Sorry. Anyway, again, I said it's late. And you go this way. I figure you guys get tired of hearing me say I can't draw, so I'll just pretend to be Bob Ross for a minute. There's your bonus points for this video. Tell me I'm Bob Ross, and I'll give you bonus points for the video for part 1 of rotations. All right, so this is 180 degrees. So that's clockwise. And then also 180 degrees. Oops. I'm just going to say CCW because 360, 180 is halfway either way. All right, so over here, they want the same thing, A to B. Well, from here to here, that's 90 degrees. Counterclockwise. If we go from here to here, That's 270. So, or 270 clockwise. All right. If you have any questions, please let me know. Until the next video, have a good night.